And now, prepare for Oblation Comics Live with your host and co-host, Vinny and Christina episode! All right, how's it going?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How was your Thanksgiving? Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
You had a good Thanksgiving?
How was your Thanksgiving? Everyone was sick in my family, so we had like a weird Thanksgiving.
Really? Yeah, I mean, it's been going around. Believe it or not, I'm still nasally.
Really?
From like 2 weeks ago. I got like a sinus infection.
Oh.
And I didn't go to the doctor to get antibiotics.
Your nose is red.
I know, yeah. It's not looking good. I think actually it might also be this light that's on me. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
It's my nose. But I'm Rudolph. Well, it is Christmas, so I thought I might be festive to be a Rudolph for the stream today.
Yeah.
So that was planned. But anyway, so is everyone feeling better on your side?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that people were sick on your Thanksgiving. I think I was the only one that was nasally. Yeah, like I'm not like coughing. I don't feel sick. You hear it in my voice. So, what better thing to do than to stream and talk for an hour? But it is what it is. So, did you do anything fun? Do anything like no, just working?
No, I'm working on the mural still today.
Well, tell us about it because you didn't mention anything last time, which I think is 2 weeks ago now.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about it.
So I'm working on like a huge painting. It's like 14 feet, and like I've never done it before, but I was acting like I have, to get the deal. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Of course, yeah.
To get the deal.
Easy.
So it's kind of a struggle because the wall's like brick and like I want to die, but it's okay.
So okay. You're painting on brick.
Yeah.
14 feet.
Yeah.
Hey, you're like a few weeks ago we talked about Neagle. What's his name? Tolkien. That's you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're living his dream.
Is this?
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. So keep us posted on that. Do you have any pictures or anything you can show us yet?
No, I don't like it.
Well,
I could show. I think I have it. I don't know where it is.
Oh, okay. That's right. Well, next time. Get prepared next time. I want to see it. Okay.
Will do.
Well, on my end, so remember that writing competition I was in?
Yes.
Guess what happened?
What?
I didn't win.
Oh.
No, okay, so the way it works is there's different houses like Harry Potter. Okay, so I was in I don't even remember what the house I was in. It was a wolf. I remember there was a wolf on it. So we just call it House Wolf, okay? And there was probably like 30 different houses, I'd say, give or take. And within each house, there was probably like, I don't know, 50 people. And so the way it worked is like you go through several rounds, I think 8 rounds, and then within your house, and then you represent your house into the tournament, right? And then there's like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's probably like 16 people who actually enter the tournament, and then of those people win. So for me, House Wolf, I went 6 out of 8 rounds, and then I lost. I didn't qualify, but that was pretty close.
That was far.
Yeah, I'm not like upset about it. A little bit. I'm not like that upset about it, but for being like my first time. But I thought though that I would get some feedback, and I didn't get anything. They were just like people who were also competing with me were commenting. And they're like, hey, this is a great story, good luck. I thought I would get like actual feedback. Hey, why didn't this win? Like, what could I have done better? So I think I know. Like, okay, so I entered another one because now I'm kind of addicted to it. Um, but I'm gonna have to be up all night and kind of do this whole thing again. But it doesn't start till January, so I got some time. And I have no idea what it is. It's not gonna be horror or anything like. I don't know what the genre is or anything like that. But I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna see if I can claw my
Yes,
way to the top.
Vinny. This is just your start.
Yeah. I do know that I need an editor badly because I reread it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like, as I like proofread my own writing after I submitted it, there's just like stupid errors. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I.
I feel like if it got that far, it's probably did come down to like little
Yeah, yeah,
details.
that's what I think. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of because I read the winners, and I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody, but I liked my. I mean, yeah, I'm biased, okay, but I liked my story a little bit better than the people who won. I thought I had a pretty good story. Um, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. I am entering again, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna win. Like, what's his name, Jin Woo, like in Solo Leveling.
Always wins.
Yeah, always wins no matter
Always
what.
wins.
Well, speaking of, have you read or watched anything over the break?
No, I've just been doing that.
The mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy myself working. However, I did get a chance to read a few things. You want to talk about it? We're going to do some comic book reviews.
Let's hear.
All right. Well, the first one is the third issue of Skinbreaker. Remember this one?
Yes.
This is written by Robert Kirkman and drawn by David Finch. And this was a pretty good issue. This was thickening the plot a little bit. For those of you who are not reading this, it is one of the better comic books coming out right now across the board. It's basically about this like orc tribe. I don't remember names. I'm not good with names, but basically it's about this orc tribe, and the way that they survive in this world is they have a chieftain that leads them, that does battles, and that they all kind of aspire to be. And then that chieftain ages out and is challenged to a battle to the death by somebody else. And if they kill that chieftain, then they become the new chieftain, and that's kind of how the system works. So in this story, you have the chieftain who seems to be like a good person, good orc, cares about his tribe, cares about his family within his tribe, and does the best he can. But he's just old. He can't do the things he used to be able to do, and everybody kind of knows it. But they all like him, and so his son, who seems to be the protagonist, doesn't want to kill his father. But he knows if he doesn't, somebody else will, and that person who does might not have their best interest in heart, in mind. And so he's got that tension between like, what do I do? What is my responsibility? Is it to be the son to my father and like, or be the next leader in this, orc tribe? And sure enough, somebody else challenges his father, and he's a bad guy. He does not have the best. He's all about strength. He's all about power and all kinds of stuff. Does not have the same spirit or tenderness as his father did. So that's pretty much the basic story. That's all in the first issue, and it kind of progresses from there. Again, the art by David Finch is, like as you would expect, very, very well done. I really like his art. Robert Kirkman, a great,
Can you show some of the
Oh,
pages?
yeah, I can. Let's see. Pull it up here. So Robert Kirkman, probably most of you guys know him from Invincible. This is like a side story that I guess he's been wanting to do. This is the current leader right here.
Sick.
Yeah, he just really cool. He was attacked by these monsters, and he did defend himself, but here, I'll show you. He actually led the monster off a cliff, and that's how he won. He couldn't defeat it through strength, which is what, as the leader of the orc, you would want to do. But he did, defend himself, whatever. But that was shown, like people saw that, and they're like, "Oh man, this is our leader," kind of aspect. So anyway, A really good series. It's only 3 issues in. It's like fantasy. Again, if you like action orcs, it's a good story. I've been enjoying it a lot. The other one that I've been reading, you remember Escape? This is the one with the war with the animals.
Hmm.
So this is the 3rd issue. This is basically, oh, I'm sorry, this is the 4th issue. And there's a lot of flashbacks in this one. Again, this is basically a World War II retelling, but with animals, and it really just depicts the horror of war and how when you are at war, there are no winners. Um, and it just kind of progresses. He is behind enemy lines, the main character, the bear, and so he's trying to survive. His whole team that he flew in with have been dead or captured, and so he's solo. He's like Rambo. He's kind of solo in it, behind enemy lines, and it's just a good war story. I'm sure many of you are familiar with war
You
stories.
love war stories.
I like some of them. I don't like just the genre itself. If it's
But
told well.
you read that
War and Peace
yeah.
by Leo Tolstoy. Now that was beautiful. That was a masterpiece. We could honestly talk the rest of the year about War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Now the book is like a phone book. It's like about that big, but it wasn't like the war was like a backdrop. It was about the characters.
um
It was about multiple families, multiple characters. The war was kind of mentioned, and you did see some of it, with Napoleon and all that. But it was really just about the characters and how they all tried to really navigate through life with that in the backdrop. So I mean, I love that book. It's a great masterpiece. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. Speaking of war, GI Joe. Next one. So this one is part 2 of 5 of the Dreadnought War. And again, if you guys remember from last time we talked about GI Joe, this again, all of these are just really great books. If you are into comics, if you like reading fun action, all of these recommendations are I would say 8 out of 10s, 8.73592 out of 10 is what I would give it. Um, but yeah, so this is the Dreadnought War. Basically, GI Joe or Duke and Cobra Commander are stranded in the desert looking for Energon, and a third party who they both kind of pissed off is hunting them down. So they have to actually work together to survive this desert and this third party, the Dreadnought. It's pretty fun. It's entertaining.
so what's the 2%? 2.1795%.
Um, like why I didn't give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm like that teacher in school that never gives out hundreds because there's always room for improvement. Um, no, and this one, oh man, my nose. Um, I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of like writing for trades. Like trade paperbacks where there's like each issue kind of is written more of like a series instead of just comics. Like I'm a fan of like shorter stories that are you can read and just enjoy. And they have a beginning, middle, and end.
That makes sense, yeah.
And it's not like a problem. Like I don't hate that everything's written towards trades. It's just I prefer it like that. So, this is just
Did
two
it
of
used
five.
to be like that?
Oh yeah, it was like that for the '60s, the '70s, the '80s,
Oh.
and even the '90s were written like that. But then it just shifted over
Like for
to
even their short?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like they were like 3 issue runs that like just went for like 3 issues, like arcs rather, not runs. Um, but even like back in the day, there was just one that you picked up a comic book. It was a complete story, and then you pick up the next one. It was a complete story.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I guess the reason is it's 2 out of 5 in the story, and not much happens. It's continuing 1 out of 5. So it's just like I liked it. I'm enjoying it. I'm just not a huge fan of the writing for trades kind of stuff. But that's just my opinion, and people can disagree with me. And that's okay. All right, you ready for this one, Christina? Have you read this? DC. Hold on. Sorry, my stand broke, so I have to hold my mic.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
How did it break?
I don't know. I it just found it that way. I think someone sat on it. Maybe I don't know. I have a family of four, and a cat. Any number of things could have happened to it. But DCKO issue 2. Did you read it?
I did.
You did? Okay. What'd you think about it?
Oh wait, no, I just read the first one.
Oh, the first one. Okay, so this is the second one. This is issue 2. I really like it. I think this event is actually a lot of fun. It's got a lot of good energy. Um, Unlike the Marvel events that they're doing, like you might not even know, Marvel is also doing a big event like this, and there's like no buzz around it. I don't even think Marvel remembers
I love
that they're.
to see it.
I wish Marvel was doing better. I do, but it is what it is. So anyway, if you have not been reading DCKO, if you are a fan of DC, I don't know what you're doing, but you gotta. Oops, did something happen here? All right, did I get lost?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see you.
Okay. Well, so what's happening in the story? So first of all, and I'll show you some art to it as well. There are spoilers, by the way. If you haven't read issue 2, I will spoil a little bit of it. Actually, the big reveal I will spoil because it's pretty cool. So anyway, okay. So Darkseid, okay, the big bad of the DC universe, he becomes pretty much a god. He has this omega energy that can pretty much create worlds in his own image, which he created the absolute universe. Um, and so now he is conquering the our or the main DC universe. Okay, and so he's starting from the future and is working way towards the past. Right, so the future's lost, so that all that kind of stuff. And so the only way to defeat him is if there's a new champion of Omega energy before he becomes the champion in the future. Somebody from the present needs to be the champion of this Omega energy to fight Darkseid in the future. That's like the basic premise, big setup. So there's a big tournament, Mortal Kombat style tournament, of who will be the next champion for this Omega energy to defeat Darkseid with. And so in issue 1, it was basically a race, and there's people that died, quote unquote died, and all that kind of stuff. Issue 2, now they went through this portal, right? And now they're the second round of the tournament. They have to find these magical artifacts, and you know them that they're like the God Killer sword that Wonder Woman used. They're the rings of the lantern rings. They have to find what other artifacts are there? There was like 12 of them. Well, there's 11, and then there was a mystery one that nobody knew what it was. But there was like 11 artifacts across the DC universe that these characters had to find, and whoever found them would move on to the next round, and whoever didn't would be killed. So it was a race for that. And Lex Luthor pulls like a crazy play. All right, I'm going to spoil it because Superman is basically just like, hey, I'm here to prevent the villains from winning. Like, I'm not here to actually win the tournament. I'm here to stop the villains from winning.
So
because,
annoying.
Because he's
so
awesome.
Annoying.
Because he's awesome. That's why. And so the first thing he does when he goes through the portal is he just tracks down Lex Luthor. He's like, you are not winning this. Like, I'm going to prevent you from winning. And so Lex Luthor, of course, kryptonite armor, chops Superman's hand off. Literally severs Superman. Superman's got no hand anymore. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. And so what's crazy is on this world that they're on, they're all like old gods that are dead. Like it's a world with like just skeletons of like the old gods. Okay. And what Lex Luthor does is he just makes a beeline to the lantern rings. And let me see this. I'm trying to find the page right now. But it was a really cool moment. And Star Sapphire, you know what that is? She's like the
yeah.
She basically beats Lex Luthor to the rings, but she forgot one ring. Guess what ring she forgot?
Which one?
She forgot the black hand ring, the black ring. And you know what that one does? It brings people back from the dead. And she's like, "Well, no one's dead. Like you can't bring anyone. Like it's useless." And this is what Lex Luthor does. He brings back the dead gods.
Oh my gosh.
It was pretty sick. And then, so Lex Luthor's like, "Yeah, I won this. Yes, I can control all these like dead gods." And then what does Superman do? This is a big reveal. Superman gets the mystery artifact, which was Darkseid, his Omega energy. So now you see his severed hand is now glowing. So like Superman basically just becomes like Superman slash Darkseid in that moment, and it's pretty legit. Uh, and so that's how it ends. So everyone who got whatever the artifacts are moved to the next round, and so Superman moves to the next round. You love that, Christina? You love that. That was pretty sick. So anyway, uh, it's a very exciting like series. I'm liking it. Now, to be fair, it is Superman heavy, so that's one reason why I'm liking it a lot. But Batman's doing his own thing.
Why do they write Superman so much better?
Dude, hold on. Batman sells like crazy. Batman, everyone loves Batman more than Superman. Everyone does,
But I'm sick of the drama. Like they never write they never make him cool. Like they always now write him like lame. Like he's
Batman.
Yeah, like he's
well, that's
like
not my
weak.
fault.
Like they're all like, oh, like this is his, like he's weak, like this is his.
Because he's Bat Dad. And that's like a different interpretation of Batman that is very common now. Is they write him because he's got all these Robins, right? And he has to take care of all of his kids. I can relate to that. I got my Robins at home, and you know what? I'm not scary anymore. Remember how I used to be scary? I walk into a room and just command presence, everyone's attention. Now I got kids. I'm not intimidating anymore. I'm not about vengeance. I'm just like I got kids to feed. And so that's how he evolved. He became Bat Dad, and you know what? Maybe something will happen to the Robins, and maybe he'll be vengeance Batman again one day. I don't know, but yeah. So that's where we're at with Batman. But he's still like. Have you read Absolute Batman?
I blame all of the Catwoman and Batman crossovers that turn into whole series that turn into.
Yeah. Well, you should write Batman.
I should write.
Yeah.
He would be so epic.
Just beat everybody.
Like
he'd be like Jinwoo. Like just no challenge.
No. It'd be like Superman versus Batman.
No, I'm tired of that. Well, I just hope that Superman remains good. Like I'm tired of like the evil Superman. Superman's going bad. So I hope that this new energy.
He always goes bad.
No.
Because at his core, he's like torn between like he is bad,
No. Superman's the best. So anyway, I think that's all that I read this week. I can't remember. Did I read anything else? No, I don't think so. But all of them I really liked. They are all solid books. And I did read Geiger. I forgot. I have it over here actually. So
is this the first volume?
No. This is issue 18. But did I mention this at all?
I don't think so.
I feel like I've never talked about Geiger. That one is like a post-apocalyptic story. It's really good. It's in the Ghost Machine universe. So like I mentioned, the Red Coat, the alternate history.
Yes, you mentioned that. That was cool.
I mentioned Rook Exodus, was one that I really enjoy. So Geiger is also part of that imprint, and it's post-apocalyptic. It's really good. It's like a Western almost. So like a nuclear holocaust happened. Nobody knows how, but it did. But there's the main character, Geiger. He actually had cancer before that, and he was dying. And somehow with this nuclear holocaust, then he was protecting his family, but he was caught up with the radiation, and so it like mutated him to where like he becomes like the glowing man, and basically he has like radiation powers where like let me see if I can pull up a picture.
That's
He
pretty cool.
yeah, he becomes like a nuclear man basically.
He should have been called My Grave.
Huh?
Continue.
So that's what he looks like. It's almost like yeah, he basically becomes like a nuclear character, and he just emits radiation. Nothing can affect him. He became honestly, he becomes almost like an arbiter type of character, like in my comic, which we'll talk about in a minute. Um, and so anyway, he kind of just roams around this like everything is mutated, everything is dangerous, like post-apocalyptic world, but it feels like a western of like almost like cowboys and kind of stuff like that. And people who want to walk in the outside, they have to wear these suits and these you have to protect them from radiation. Excuse me. And so yeah, so basically that's the setting. And so
it's a cool setting. Like I like.
Yeah, it's a very cool story. There's actually a whole series prior to this. This is like almost like a sequel series, Geiger, because they wrote a volume 1 that's like this thick that I did read as well, and that was basically the whole setup. They talked about his family. It's actually kind of sad. This happens at the beginning, so it's not really spoilers. But he locked his family to be safe from the radiation in like this like cellar or whatever, and he would just stay outside the cellar waiting for it to be safe to come out. And it's been like years, waiting, and he's just, they can't hear him, he can't hear them or whatever. And so something happens where the cellar door breaks open, and there's just skeletons there. And he was protecting his family that was been long dead. So
that's really freaking sad.
I know it was really sad.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but it was like really, I don't know. It's a really good story. So
wow,
yeah,
there's
anyway.
like lore. This sounds like a good story.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And again, out of all the Ghost Machine titles, this has the most written. This is issue 18, but like I said, there's a whole volume before this of like the first series of Geiger, and yeah, so I'm all caught up on it, and it's maintaining the same level of writing and action and all that kind of stuff. So it's been good.
I
so
love
yeah,
westerns.
yeah, I do too. You honestly, you'd like Geiger and you'd like Redcoat a lot if you started reading those. I think you would enjoy those comic books a lot.
Was there any deals on Black Friday? Because I was like painting, so I didn't have time to like.
I'll be honest with you, I was working. I didn't.
Yeah, right.
I know in my local comic book shop there was deals on toys, but I already got my kids stuff for Christmas, so I'm not like stressed. But yeah. So anyway, check out those books. They're all excellent reads. There's a lot of good books coming out, and I'm excited. This week comes that book that I've been wanting to read, Ordained, with the priest that is a military guy. That comes out this week, so I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. But other than that, I do want to talk a little bit about what happened here. Oh, my computer just didn't want to work now. But I want to talk a little bit about Arbiter, if I can figure this out. Share screen. There it is. All right. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my comic book Arbiter. This is, again, we're at 60% funded. So we are more than halfway there. This is something I've been working a lot on for many, many years. And I'm excited to just get it out there and show you guys what this is about. Is our main character here, his name is Christian Murr. He is the last Arbiter. Arbiters are beings that are given power from the fifth dimension to protect our dimension, the third dimension, from breakers or intruders that would destroy our world. So he doesn't know that yet. His training was not complete, so he is figuring out who he is, and what his purpose is in life, and that's where the story begins. And yeah, so that's the basic premise setup for Arbiter. If you are interested, you can buy a digital copy for $5 or a physical copy for $8. We got 3 covers. We got cover A, cover B, and cover C. And then if you go to fundmycomic.com/arbiter, you can take a look at some of the interior artwork by Danio. So we have that here too. And we also have some pretty cool posters. We have this is Chris in his just regular human mode, and this is him in his Arbiter mode. And then we got our first goal unlocked, this first perk. So you get this Arbiter logo sticker. Everyone who backs a physical copy can back that. Will get that. And then we're climbing our way to our second perk, which is the bookmark. And yeah, so that is my comic book. I do have some news. I am starting to write short stories for each character. Well, maybe not every character, but for certain key characters. So I actually finished a story on Charlie Charlie Cross. He is a character. A few weeks ago, I introduced. Let me stop sharing this. All right, you guys, did I stop sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he is a character I introduced a few weeks ago. He is a detective with like a gnarly scar on his face. I don't have my sketchbook here, otherwise I'd show you him again. But it's like a 4,000 word story that really dives into that character. And I was thinking of making a collection of these short stories that are just like focused on certain characters. And it's really, really cool. So Charlie Cross is a very tragic character, like Shakespearean level tragedy. And it was just really compelling. He's really cool. He's the closest to a Batman kind of character that I have in my story. And yeah, so it's really fun writing his story. I don't want to give too much away because I do plan on putting more perks, like from my next campaign, having like that in the back of the comic book, just like a short story of highlighting a character or whatever.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that'd
so
be cool.
I'm working on. Oh, I finished his. Now I'm working on another character that is also very, very cool. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. If you guys can please back this comic, we are almost there. And there's a lot more to come. Like there's so much to explore with this Arbiter universe that I just want to tell. Like there's so many stories. Like
trust me, he told me some is so fire.
Yeah, within like our dimension, but also like within other realms. Like there's like a lot going on that I would just love to introduce you guys to. And they're all like have depth too. Like they're meaningful stories. It's entertaining, yes, but I'm writing in a way. At least my goal is to write in a way that will leave you with something to think about, something to just more than just escapism, more than just entertainment. Something that will inspire. Hopefully, I mean that's what I'm writing. That's up to the readers to see if I met that goal or not, but that is at least where I'm writing from. So yeah, that is Arbiter. Go back it today if you haven't already. And if you have, go share the campaign with people. Go fundmycomic.com/arbiter and just like share the link with other people who might be interested.
The poster would be right there.
Yeah, we got some posters. Go get that. But yeah, so there's a lot more Arbiter stuff I'm working on too, outside the comic book. Like I said, the short stories. Not much that I can say right now, but even though it might have seemed like it hit a stall at 60%, I'm still hard at work making more stuff. So yeah, I just need you guys' help to get this funded. If you can, please do that. So yeah, that is Arbiter.
Let's do
Um,
it. The next story, like the
yeah, I
volume
do.
2.
I do have the first story arc, which is the first 3 issues, already finished writing. I just, yeah, we're working on that. And there's like, so the third issue is where everything, all the questions get answered. Um, and a lot of stuff happens in that third issue. So I'm really excited to get to that one. But the first 2 are equally as good. It's just that third issue, the ball drops and things break open. So it's pretty exciting. But yeah, with Charlie Cross though, I mentioned this briefly in a few weeks ago, so it's not like heavy spoilers within my story. But the story that I wrote with him is really his last day as a detective, his last night, his last case before his entire world changes. Um, and so you see him, what he was like before. He's really inspired by Captain Ahab. I don't know if you ever read Moby Dick, um, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about, and you could already get a vision of him in your head. But he is inspired by Captain Ahab, relentlessly possessed to try to hunt down this white whale. And nothing is stopping him. He will burn down the entire city because he's so blind with his obsession of finding this white whale that he loses everything. And you know, he realizes it when it's too late, basically. And so he's a tragic character, but he does come up in the comic book, uh, not in the first story arc. You won't see Charlie Cross till I want to say issue 5.
Mm.
That's when he first shows up. Um, but yeah, so yeah, there's so much down the line. It's insane. I'm like very excited to share with people. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I do have a side story that I am also working on that takes place entirely in the fourth dimension. So so if you guys remember, there's different light keepers. There's the arbiters, which again is what the series follows, is the last arbiter. Their role is to defend our realm from breakers that are coming in, and they're the last line of defense. But there are also other light keepers. There are trailblazers that remain in the fourth dimension. That their role primarily is to hunt breakers. They're exploring the fourth dimension. There's a cartographer, like a map maker, because the fourth dimension is like infinite, right? There's no top, there's no bottom. You keep going. So they have these map makers, but they're also hunters. So they'll hunt down breakers as they find them. Um, and they go in like fire teams pretty much to do that. Then you have the light, you have lore keepers, and then you have gatekeepers. Gatekeepers basically build lighthouses within the fourth dimension, and they are hubs for all light keepers. Whether you're an arbiter, whether you're a whatever, they're hubs that are for like rest, for training, for guidance, or whatever. And so then you have lore keepers, which their role is they protect. Their main purpose is they protect artifacts and edicts that light keepers use in their battles and all that kind of stuff. And they also have all the, like the knowledge of what's going on in the fifth, fourth, third dimension, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so the story that I'm actually writing, or the beginnings of, is about a group of gatekeepers who are building the first lighthouse in this far off sector. Like it's aliens, it's sci-fi. They're constructing a lighthouse, and so you get to see what life is like on a lighthouse. You get to see some threats that you wouldn't see in Arbiter. Like it has nothing to do with the story of Arbiter. This is just a separate story entirely about new characters in the fourth dimension that are just like in the eternity away from Arbiter, but you get to see a lot about the myth, about the world building, the lore, all told through these other characters that are in the fourth dimension. And so it's pretty cool. I have a very cool cast of characters, and
Sounds really cool.
yeah, action heavy, but also a lot of character moments. So yeah, I'm hard at work writing. So these are things that I can do without anybody's help. You know, I don't need an artist. I don't need like I'm just writing, and that's what my strength is. And so I'm just putting more and more out there. So I'm excited. I think people are really gonna like it.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
I want all these freaks.
And I'm thinking once I get like a lot of it done, just like making an anthology or collection of all the short stories or whatever.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, and
like
then
one
like
volume of all of them.
exactly, and then just making that separate of like, hey, here's the comic book and here's like the short stories, whatever. So yeah, get on that, guys. And yeah, Christina, you have anything coming up? And other than the mural, you kind of just solely focus on the mural.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I paused on the webtoon that I'm doing.
Okay, taking a break.
Cut for the mural.
You're right.
So then I'm gonna like.
How far are you into the webtoon?
Danielle is so mad at me because she kind of is in your position, like she just writes. So she has like a few episodes done, and I'm like, have to get on the drawing.
Okay, so the writing is pretty much done. It's just like the drawing.
No, the writing's done. We entered a lot of contests for the writing because we did it like script version.
Okay.
And everything, because we want to make it a show. Like that's our goal.
Okay, your goal is to make a show.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. And do we have a name for it?
I'll show you the characters once I like.
Yeah, we want to see some
first
art.
Episode's done.
But do we have a name for it?
Yes, Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. Okay.
Yeah, it's like early 2000s based.
Okay. Is it like a slice of life kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Romance. Slice of life.
Romance.
I know you love that so much.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Nah, I'm sure it's good. But yeah, definitely when you can show us, we'd like to see some art.
Yes, I know. I will do show and tell next Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be the show for today because I got to get to work. But it's been fun. As welcome back. I really hope that I'm over this by next week because this is getting kind of annoying at the point. But yeah, thank you for being here, Christina. And yeah, we look forward to seeing some art next week and seeing you again. Guys at home, girls at home, whoever's at home or at work. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to follow us, all of our links are in the description. Please go fund the comic Arbiter at fundmycomic.com/Arbiter. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, okay. There we go.